NFL fans, how is everyone doing? Now, before I give you my picks on week 6, I am going to give you the recap on week 5 on my picks. So let's get this video started, shall we? Okay, the first game was Thursday Night Football between the Arizona Cardinals versus the St. Louis Rams in St. Louis. I got that game totally wrong. I picked Arizona and the Rams won. Okay, next game. It was the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati versus the Miami Dolphins. I picked Cincinnati. I got that game wrong, so I'm 0 for 2. Shucks. Oh well, what can you do? The Green Bay Packers versus the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. That was a huge comeback. Once again, I'm wrong. I'm 0 for 3. Damn. What a great to kick off week 5. Very rough for me. Okay. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. I got that one right. Baltimore. Okay, next game. The New York Giants, the Super Bowl champions, versus the Cleveland Browns in New York. I got that one totally right. One of my old neighbors says the game was boring, but that's her opinion. Okie dokie. And she's a Giants fan. Go figure. I am just messing with you. Okay, I had to say that in my video for the first time. Okay, the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I picked Philly. I got that one wrong. Damn. Oh well. The Atlanta Falcons versus the Washington Redskins. I picked Atlanta. Still undefeated, baby. Still undefeated. Okay, the Carolina Panthers versus the Seattle Seahawks. I picked Seattle, and I got that one right. Okay, the Chicago Bears, Monsters of Midway, versus Jacksonville Jaguars. I picked the Bears. I got that one right. First half was very boring, but the Bears stepped up their game, and plus it was over 100 degrees in Jacksonville. I missed that kind of weather, but not deeply, because no more pool or nothing like that. So it was a good game. Plus the Bears are on a bye week this week, so I can't talk about the Bears this week. Oh well, shucks again. Okay, let's move forward, shall we? Okay, the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota versus the Tennessee Titans. I picked Minnesota. They are on a hot streak. The Patriots versus Denver Broncos. Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. Great rivalry back in the day. And I picked the Patriots, and they dominated that game. They dominated. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, the San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco versus Buffalo. That game was another domination by the Niners. And I was right. Man, I'm getting good now. Okay, the Saints versus the Chargers for Sunday Night Football. I got that game totally wrong. Shucks. Plus, Drew Brees broke Johnny Unitas' record for the most touchdowns. So congratulations for you, Drew Brees. You're an awesome player, future Hall of Famer, and plus you came from Purdue University. Cheap pop. Okay, sorry about this slow laptop once again. Okay, for Monday Night Football, Houston Texans versus the New York Jets. In New York, I picked Houston, and I got that game totally right. I'm not a big Jets fan or Houston fan, just the Bears fan. That's about it. Now, let's move forward, and those are my recap for week 5. Now, I'm going to give you my picks for week 6. Okie dokie. Okay, first game is tonight. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. I picked Pittsburgh. You know, steel curtain from back in the day. Okay, next game. For Sunday games, the Atlanta Falcons, the undefeated Falcons, versus the Oakland Raiders. I am picking Atlanta. Okay, next game. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns, Battle of Ohio teams once again. This time, the game will be in Cleveland. I am picking Cincinnati for a clean sweep. Plus, Cleveland is 0 for 5. It's early in the season, but they suck. Sorry, Cleveland fans. Miami Dolphins versus the St. Louis Rams in Miami. I picked the St. Louis Bluey. Okay, let's move forward. The New York Jets versus the Indianapolis Colts in New York. I'm picking a huge upset. The Indianapolis Colts. Hopefully, they could do what I did last Sunday. Come from behind and win. Okay, let's see here. The Philadelphia Eagles in Philly versus the Detroit Lions. I am picking Detroit. Huge upset. I think that's an upset. I'm not too sure. Okay, let's move forward, shall we? Okay, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams are not going anywhere. I am going with Tampa. The Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore versus the Dallas Cowboys. I am picking Baltimore. But anything could happen on any given Sunday. The Arizona Cardinals in Arizona versus the Buffalo Bills. I am picking Arizona. Hopefully they could bounce back what happened last Thursday. Okay, the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks. I am picking Tom Brady and company, but once again, anything can happen at any given Sunday. And that game was in Seattle. That's going to be very rough, so I should pick Seattle, but oh well, I might change it at the last minute. My pick. Submit my picks. Okay, the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Giants, the Super Bowl champions. Now this is a rematch from last season for the NFC Championship game. That was an awesome game. I think, for my quick prediction, this was to be the game of the week. Bank on it on Sunday. So I'm going with the Niners. And you never know, it might rain again. Okay, the Washington Redskins in Washington versus the Minnesota Vikings. In Washington, I am picking Washington. If the quarterback's healthy enough. RG3 from the concussion. Okay, for Sunday Night Football, Houston Texans versus the Green Bay Packers, the Cheeseheads. I am going with Houston. Okay, Monday Night Football, the San Diego Chargers versus Eli and company. Sorry, not Eli, my bad. I think of brother Peyton Manning and company. I am going with the Chargers because Chargers are a better team than Denver. But anything could happen on these picks. So those are my picks, plus those are my recaps for week 5 and my picks for week 6. So giving me your picks for week 5, whatever, how you get a hold of me, through email, Facebook, Twitter, and all that great jazz. Now before I let you go, my NFL fans, this is my newest Sports Illustrated magazine. Look at that, very cool, huh? Hopefully you can see that very clearly. Excellent. That was a great game. Of course, it was not televised in my area. Damn, oh well. You gotta go to your local sports bar, or you have to have the NFL sports package, NFL ticket, Okay, another thing I want to show you real quickie. Jay Cutler and Mike Tice, I guess they get along now, so they patch things up. What happened in Dallas 2 weeks ago. So that's about it. I'm out of here from your good friend, the Reister. Sayonara. Go Bears after the bye. Versus Detroit in Chicago on Monday Night Football. Later, Gators and dudes and dudettes.